Good Tuesday evening, everybody. It's Tuesday, November 2nd, 2021. Whoa, it's Jeremy. Hi, back in the TF studio. I don't know why I did that.
It's like you were surprised or something.
It's like, wait, my hair's off, everything's off. That's Andrew's voice. Yes, you can hear the man, the legend, the myth. Probably not in that order, but he's here.
You can just stick with myth. It's fine.
The myth, yeah. Well, he fills in when I'm not here. I was thinking about it. We're talking about doing self-promotions here at Fact TV. We'll promote what we do.
Yeah.
And I was thinking if you and I did a newsy type promo, and I was like, what? It would be funny because, I don't know if we would stand next to each other.
I said we've never been in a promo together like on set.
I know.
And either I'm back here where I am now or out there filling in for you.
So I was trying to figure that out. Like, what would that look like if we really did one together?
There's only one way to find out, Jeremy.
Well, and I'm thinking we want to do like one of these, where they stand like, like
Serious?
we're back to back or something. Like maybe in front of the green screen, maybe in front of the. I know, and that's the thing. Like, do I sit and you stand? Like, so Andrew is pretty tall, and just cool.
Not that you're not.
No, I'm just still not as tall as you.
No.
So yeah, I've been thinking in my head, like, what would this look like? And I guess you have to wait and see when we get to filming
if we
these
stand,
things.
there's the height difference. There's also, you got to be careful of my head because it's bright. So you got to be careful with the lights,
And you can get a wig for that.
Oh, gee. We'll figure it out, right?
Yeah, I get a wig too, though. We're going to do wigs. I'm doing a wig too.
There you go.
All right. This is why we're never in studio anymore, because the derailment of the show is there. We've got a great show for you, regardless of what happened in the last 2 minutes. We've got your headlines for you. We'll check in with the Fitchburg Fire Department. It's getting cold out, so Andrew and I we got to replay that heat safety package because it's cold. Andrew turned the heat on for the first time. Jeremy household, that heat came on weeks ago. And then the rec department, not because of this guy, that's all I'm saying. Rec department, we'll check in with CC, find out what's coming up here as we get, we're wrapping up the year here. It's closing out fast. Man, you got to start shopping. You got to shop early this year, too. Got to get going. So either way, you can shop with recreation department. This is a bad transition. We'll just go with it. All right, let's change gears here. We're going to jump in to the headlines, and we start with some sad news here on the show today. Ron Johnson passing away, and this is a tribute coming in here. This is from the Facebook page here of the city of Fitchburg. We lost a very special member of the Fitchburg Police and Fire Commission on Friday. Ron Johnson had a very big impact on the community, and you can read more about this information. It's on the website. I was saddened to hear Ron passed away on Friday way too early. This is from the mayor. He says he has done so much in the community, both here in Fitchburg and throughout Dane County. I was honored to appoint him to our Police and Fire Commission, where he has been an invaluable member of the commission. This is a terrible loss of our community. I send my deepest condolences to his family from all of us at Fitchburg. That's from Mayor Aaron Richardson. Ron will be honored at the November Police and Fire Commission. He will be greatly missed. And yes, our condolences to the family of Ron Johnson, but we appreciate everything he has done for our communities and others. And there's a powerful tribute online. We'll share that link to that story from the State Journal. That'd be when we post up our headlines later today. All right, turning gears here to the Fitchburg Public Library. They will be closed tomorrow. That's right, the Fitchburg Public Library will be closed for an in-service day. You will have access to the book drop-off, but as far as services go for in the library, that is closed as they do some in-service training tomorrow. Face covering emergency order number 4 has been issued by Public Health of Madison-Dane County, effective Friday, November 5th. At 12:01 a.m., the face covering or emergency order requires face coverings among people ages 2 and older when in an enclosed space open to the public where other people, except for members of the person's own household or living unit, are present. Following 22 days on November 27th, this order will expire, and at this point in time, Public Health does not plan to replace it. You can read more about this, the details on this at Public Health of Madison and Dane County. All right, we know now that it's cold out, those leaves are dropping like crazy, and we want to make sure that you keep them out of the streets this fall. Yes, did you know leaves that collect on our streets every fall can harm our natural water bodies? Yeah, that's right. More than 50% of the annual amount of phosphorus in our urban stormwater can come from leaves in the street. Too much phosphorus can lead to toxic algae blooms, low oxygen levels, and green murky water, none of which are good for animals living in the water and for those of us who use it for recreation. Timely removal of street leaf litter prior to rain events can reduce the amount of phosphorus in our urban stormwater by 80% compared to no leaf removal at all. You can help. Join on keeping our streets leaf-free before it rains this fall. To encourage others to keep leaves free, request a free yard sign. That's right. Email our friend Claudia.guy@fitchburgwi.gov and put in the subject line, leaf-free streets sign request. I want a sign. Don't put that in there. All right. Also, we want to make sure that you don't have any flooding in your house, but also be safe, making sure that you remove those leaves from your gutters. Yeah, this is from readywisconsin.gov saying keep those gutters clear as leaves start to change color and fall from the trees. Remember to keep those gutters clear. Clogged gutters can overflow, which can lead to flooding if water pools near the foundation of your home. I have this problem at my house and have had to remedy it many different ways, but the biggest thing is clearing those leaves out and getting the water away from the foundation. You should do this safely or ask a neighbor. I help my neighbors out when I can because I feel comfortable on the ladder. Not saying I'm the safest person, but help out people when you can, and definitely get all that cleared out, especially before winter sets in. So you don't want those to be clogged as we get snow and it heats and cools and heats and cools and heat. Is it heat, cool? Whatever the case may be, you want to get those cleaned out. All right, finally, I've got some shop safe and shop smart this holiday season. That's right, from our friends at Better Business Bureau. Here it is, Dateline, Milwaukee, Wisconsin. The 2021 holiday shopping season promises to be an unpredictable one. The labor shortages and supply chain issues are already throwing a wrench into the holiday shopping. Electronic toys and other products will be or already are in short supply, and retailers are struggling to staff up. As the shopping season nears, just like in 2020, people are planning to start their holiday shopping early. Watch out for deals. Well before Black Friday sales, retailers are also expecting to see even more people shopping online this year. Yeah, if you haven't already done it, you need to get going like ASAP. Research before you buy, by the way, these are some of the tips. Use BBB for shop reviews to do your homework before paying. Also read our tips for spotting phony reviews. If the deal looks too good to be true, it probably is. The top motivating factor for people who made a purchase then lost money was price. That's just as simple as that. So don't just shop on price alone. Beware of fake websites. Check the URLs to make sure that there's no misspellings, grammar. You've got it. It's probably fake domains. Make sure you're on the right website. Professional photos do not mean it's the real offer. Yeah, respondents reported that website photos motivated them to engage with the scammers, especially for pet supplies, clothing, accessories, and vehicles. Not a good idea. Definitely double check on that. Make sure the website is secure. Look for the HTTPS. I want to say that right. In the URL for extra security. Let's do that before you ever start putting in the information. You can also look for the small lock icon as well on the address bar. Never enter payment or personal information on the website with only HTTP. It's not secure. And finally, be careful of purchasing sought-after products, especially during the holiday season. The risk of online purchase scams rise during the holiday because more people are making online purchases. The scammers are often the most popular products for season at great prices. Yeah, if you remember this, by the way, there's been like gaming systems that go up for sale and stuff where they people sell it for 2 times the cost. You got to watch out for that stuff. Report it and definitely keep it, or report it and keep doing your research. That's what I want to say. And we'll check in with Tiffany at the Better Business Bureau. She's going to join me here in studio, and we'll have all of your holiday shopping safety tips. Too many S's there. Let's move to the break. I'm tired. Coming up next, we open up our digest. We have your heating safety with the Fitchburg Fire Department. Dorn's in next here on TF.
Hey, boss. Okay.
Said I'm fine.
Me to bed, see you in the morning with the frosted Superman, but it wasn't on it, and we lost it. In my head, in my head, in my head. Where you at? Underlay in my head.
Hey, son.
Hey, Bob.
You know you can talk to me.
Yeah.
We're all just trying to keep things running for those who rely on us.
Ready?
That's why we don't have time to be sick with the flu. And especially this year, no one has time to get sick. Get a flu shot for yourself and those around you too.
Welcome back into Talking Fitchburg. Joining me today from the Fitchburg Fire Department, it's Adam Dorn. That must mean it's time for safety. Fire safety. How's it going?
That is one of the best intros I've heard you do.
If you asked me to repeat that, I would not be able to do that.
I think we should ask him to do it again.
Nope. But we are going to talk about something that we've talked about in the past. As things start to cool down, you and I like to go out in the woods, do some hunting. It's just time to think about, I almost said hunting safety. Heating safety.
But maybe that's an idea for one of our next episodes.
Hunting safety, not a bad thing. Yeah. Gotta have those harnesses and everything ready to go. But we do want you to stay safe as it does get cool here. If it ever gets cool, I mean, when we tape this, we're kind of in a warming trend. So we'll see if it cools down here in the near future. But there are some things that we definitely want you to stay safe with when we're thinking heating safety. So we're just going to kind of go through the gamma here of different heating things. But first and foremost, Dorn, if you're put on the spot, like heating safety, where's the first thing you're going to check out as you get ready for winter and the cold temperatures?
Well, let's make sure the furnace actually operates as it's designed to. Right?
Okay.
A lot of times people will just, even me, I've done it too, just, oh, it's getting cold, turn your furnace on and be done. You know, sometimes when you have a newer furnace, it's not such a big deal because you know it's going to work. But as the furnace gets older, along with their house and everything else, sometimes things break or they don't operate as smoothly as they should. So it's always good to get your furnace checked up. You know, do a checkup on your furnace, just like you go to the doctor for a checkup. Bring the servicemen out to your house and have them check up your furnace.
Next one that I think of is space heaters, that you're just pulling these out, and I love when you fire up a good space heater and you smell the burning smell of dust and grime and everything else in between. What can we do to ensure that those things are going to work properly? And not that you can guarantee it by any means. We're not here to say good or bad or whatever, but what would you do?
Yeah, I would strongly recommend not using them if you don't have to. We'll start there. But if you need to use them, right, make sure that you keep everything at least 3 feet away from them, from any of the heating equipment, that kind of stuff, because if something happens to fall on it or maybe it tips over, there's a chance that it could start a fire. And by keeping that 3-foot surrounding area clear of anything that could burn is a great way to start. That includes pets. That can be hard at times, but it can be done.
All right, and speaking of pets, kids, and everything else, as it gets colder and we get into these holiday months, we're going to see a lot of cooking and stuff. When we're thinking of heat from the heat sources, such as the oven, the heater, the whatever, talk a little bit more about that safety with those crazy kids or those pets.
Yeah. So just like we want to keep that 3-foot space around a space heater, keep a 3-foot space around all of your cooking appliances. Keep everybody 3 feet away. Basically, if you are within 3 feet, you should be cooking something. And if you're not cooking, you need to be at least 3 feet away from it. That's the easy way to remember that. One of the other things with that, don't use your appliances to heat your home.
That was going to be my next question for you.
Yeah, I read your mind.
You sure you don't want to do that?
Yeah, I am absolutely sure you don't want to do that. Right around the holidays, winter, it can get tough. It can be super cold. You can be running short on, finances to pay the heating bill, all that kind of stuff, just because you have an oven in your home. That is not the way to heat your home. That's actually very dangerous. We could go on for hours about that, but we're not going to. But just don't use your oven to heat your home. Now, what I do is if I'm cooking something in the oven and when I'm done, I'll leave the oven door cracked open so the heat does come out, but then it's closed when I'm done in the kitchen. So you can let the heat come out that way, but do not use your oven to heat your residence.
Again, check the manufacturer to make sure that that's recommended.
Right.
Not really, though. All right, next one. The fireplace kind of is the next area. I seem, you're waiting to have that first fire in the chimney. And when's the last time you cleaned the chimney, Dorn?
It would be 4 years ago.
4 years ago. Uh-oh.
Now, I have not burned in my chimney or my fireplace the last 2 years. So I go about every 2 to 3 years before I have it checked again before I burn. So I am due for a cleaning inspection by a chimney sweep.
What's the top reason for chimney fires?
I would not 100% sure on this, but if I were to look at everything, I believe it would be the buildup of creosote inside of your chimney. And that creosote, it comes from the burning of the wood, right? So it actually sticks to the inside of your flue in your chimney. And over time, it just builds up so much that when you start the next fire and you got a nice, good roaring fire, all that heat goes up past the creosote, which is combustible, and now you have a fire on the lining of the inside of your chimney.
Not good.
Not good.
Other heating, and it seems to be very popular, and I'm not sure good or bad how they work, but wood and pellet stoves, or these pellet heaters, very popular. Safety things around that, because it just I don't know much about it, so that's part of it. But any recommendations there for making sure that's ready to go?
Always refer to the manufacturer's recommendations. That's probably the easiest way to say this, but refer to their recommendations. Make sure that the installation was done by a professional. Make sure that the equipment is vented to the outside of your building and that it meets all the requirements for that, because that will help prevent carbon monoxide poisoning. Also, with that, make sure you have the carbon monoxide detectors installed around these different places, because if you're using that for the major heating appliance in your house, that you have a chance of creating carbon monoxide in your home. You want to be sure to protect yourself against that.
Yeah, it's a good one. And I saw, too, in recommendation, checking the smoke alarms during the heating season, also important. What would you recommend on checking? What are we checking?
Well, we want to make sure, one, that they're there. Two, if there are batteries in them, that the batteries are actually present. Three, that they actually work. The leading cause of smoke detectors not working is batteries aren't present. It sounds really silly to say that, but that's the case. Most of the time, when the smoke detectors don't operate, it's because the batteries were taken out. Make sure they're there for a reason. They do a good job of what they're supposed to do.
All right, and finally, just overall for heat safety, we've got our smoke detectors. We've got our plan. I think it's just the plan of, and I don't know why, but I'm going to emphasize it all this year of checking all of these things, but also what do you do in different scenarios? How would you recommend building that plan, real quick?
Yeah, take a look at your layout of your house. Look at who's in your home on a regular basis. Right, and then kind of walk through what happens if this is the case. What do I do from here? And go through each one of those scenarios, whether that's a fire alarm, a smoke alarm going off, maybe it's carbon monoxide detector, maybe there's actually a fire, right? And you can have it set up for one that's just a detector activation, one that's actually fire, one that's actually smoke. You can have them kind of all be different, but they all should end up being the same end goal. Everybody gets out, stays out, goes to the meeting place, and everyone is safe.
And I think that's important to tie into all of this because, you might want to think twice if it's cold out there of where that meeting place is going to be. Hopefully it's going to be somewhere where you can get to a warm spot quickly, but also safely. All right, Doran, well, I appreciate the help. If people want to learn more about heat safety or fire safety, where can they find it?
You can always go to our fire department website, which is fitchburgwi.gov/fire. You can go there. We have a lot of information there, but it also takes you out to different places to find more information. So take a look. And if you can't find something that you're interested in about or want to know more about, let us know. There's an email there on the front page. Email us.
Fantastic. I'm the only one that sends you emails all the time, so I know that you're getting them, that's for sure. All right, Doran, thank you so much for your time. We'll talk to you soon.
All right. Thanks, Jeremy.
You bet. All right, Adam Doran, Fitchburg Fire Department. Check out the website, fitchburgwi.gov, Public Safety, Fire Department. We'll take a quick break. More to come. You're watching Talking Fitchburg Fire Department.
You could be spreading the coronavirus without realizing you have it. So follow guidance from authorities where you live and do your part. It's important to limit in-person interaction with anyone outside of your immediate household, but phone and video chat are safe ways to connect. It's also important to limit any social gathering. This advice applies to people of any age, including teens and younger adults. Visit coronavirus.gov for the latest information.
Brandon met a girl on a dating app. He finally found the courage to ask her out. No answer. He started to panic. Was he being...
Hey, sorry I didn't respond. I was driving.
She must be a keeper.
Welcome back into Talking Fitchburg. Joining you today from the Fitchburg Recreation Department. First time we've met in person. CC, how you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I am doing wonderful. Glad to have you at the studio. What do you think?
I think it's great.
Is it better than you expected or subpar?
No, it's bigger than I expected. I kind of expected you to be like sitting in a closet. So this is great.
We used to do it out of my office, so
basically
moving. Yeah. So yeah, you're right. We did start from the closet, and now we're here. As I've been saying this on our show leading up to today, that the rec department never stops. And in fact, you're starting to turn and wrap up the year, but yet you're ramping up at the same time with activities coming up. So as you jump into fall, just looking back at the summer, how did things go this past summer for you guys? Was it better than you expected, or how did things work out?
I think that all things considered, the summer went really well. With all the challenges that ourselves and really everybody was facing, our programs were really popular. The kids had a good time, and through the summer, through the fall, and now coming up onto winter, all of our programs have been going really well. So we're happy that the community is joining us for these fun opportunities and having a great time.
Well, we certainly missed it the year before, so glad that things were able to get back up and running this year. And you got some great programs coming up. But as we move forward with the programs for all in-person programs moving forward, we know we just got the new mandate, but what does that look like as we work into the fall, winter here?
Yeah, so right now, public health and also the school districts, in addition to that, are following the mask order. Since, the community center is a public building, we have to follow it, and then the school districts make their own choices, and they are choosing to follow it as well. So there are mask requirements for our indoor programs. That would be ages 2+, and with the new order going into effect on November 5th, that is going to last, I believe, through November 27th. Is this next order to expiry date? But after that, I don't know what's going to happen, so we'll have to see what they say.
But you are partnered with the school, so you still would follow if the schools choose to keep that. You would follow what the school says, or?
That's right. Since we run a lot of our programs out of the Stoneham Prairie and Savannah Oaks schools, we have to follow Verona Area School District mandates. So if they are mandating masks, then we have to follow that.
Okay, perfect. And you're also looking for teachers in any skill set.
In any skill set, yeah, we offer a variety of interesting programs, and a lot of them are from individuals coming to us and saying, hey, I have this great program idea that I want to run. Would you partner with me for it? So we do our Zumba classes that way. Our Wendelin is our wonderful instructor, and she is an independent contractor with us. Same thing with Music Garden, same thing with archery. A lot of our programs are like that, where it's individuals coming to us to share their skills with the community.
Yeah, so maybe you got a good woodworking skill, or you got something that would be fun for everybody, right? And it doesn't have to just be kids; it could be adults too.
Yes, that's right.
All right, well, let's talk about a few of the youth programs happening, and no surprise, basketball in full swing.
Basketball in full swing. Yep, we've got our 2nd and 3rd grade leagues starting up mid-November. So those are going to be ones that you want to sign up for ASAP since they're starting so soon here. Now the older kids and the younger kids are going to be starting early December, so there's a little bit more time to get signed up for those.
Fantastic, and then over on volleyball as well, a lot of action there.
That's right. That's starting in January, so we still even have a bit more time to get signed up for that, although spots are filling up quick. So if you have any interest, you should definitely sign up soon to guarantee your spot.
Now, esports, I every time I hit this one, I'm like, man, why haven't we been doing this? And this is so cool. Tell us about the esports and how this all works.
Yeah, so this is a company that came to us, and they work with a lot of park and rec departments in Wisconsin. So this is from GG Leagues, which if you play video games, you know that GG means good game. And they are going to be putting on quite a few different leagues in Madden, Rocket League, Fortnite, and Super Smash Bros. Those are the ones that we're offering. So basically, you can join either the Youth League, which is 8 to 12-year-olds, or the Older Teen League, which is 13 to 18-year-olds, and you can play against local kids in the community, and not just Fitchburg, all over Wisconsin.
Wow.
So that's fun. These are, monitored online, rooms. These links to these games are not being given out, just posted online for anybody to, people have problems like Zoom bombing. It's not like that. You get the link to your match right beforehand so that only yourself and the competitor and the referees or people monitoring the games can access it.
What is the age range in this for playing?
Yeah, so like I said, the Youth League is going to be 8 to 12, and then the Teen League is 13 to 18. So it's all school-aged kids.
Perfect. All right, and we've got adult class continuing Zumba, probably the one that I know the most, or, well, not me, you can tell I've never been to Zumba, but Zumba class is happening. It's a popular one.
Yes, yep, we have another session of Zumba starting on November 9th, so pretty quick here, and we are going to do that all the way through December 18th to take us into the holiday season, at which point we're going to take a much-deserved break and pick up again in the new year.
You can't take a break. That's not how this works.
I don't get to. The Zumba people do.
Oh, okay, gotcha. All right, if people want to find out more about the programs or get signed up, how do you do that?
Yep, so they can go to the city website, fitchburgwi.gov/recreation, and then we've got all of our information up there. If you want to view all of our program activities that are actively going on, you click View All Programs and Activities here.
Perfect. Cece, nice to meet you finally in person, and looking forward to having you back on the show next month.
Yes, you as well. Looking forward to it.
Happy Thanksgiving if we don't see you before then.
Okay, that
I
sounds
got
good.
it. You marked this date 11/2, and I already said Happy Thanksgiving. That's how the show rolls. All right, we're going to take a quick break. More to come. You're watching Talking Fitchburg.
See on page 4 that the projections need to be blood. Next Thursday?
Seriously? Thursday? Can't do that.
This is really inconvenient.
I have yoga that day. I have no time for this. So, I can't do Thursday, but I can do Friday.
Disasters don't plan ahead. You can. Talk to your loved ones about how you're going to be ready in an emergency. Don't wait. Communicate.
If you love them enough to suck the snot out of their nose at 4 a.m., then surely you'll check nhtsa.gov/the right seat to make sure they're in the right car seat.
Welcome back into Talking Fitchburg. Wrapping up the show for the day. I want to thank Cece from our Recreation Department and Adam Dorn for the Fitchburg Fire Department. Both of those videos are online for your viewing pleasure. Yes, check us out online, by the way. If you haven't joined us on Facebook or YouTube, Andrew's got you covered right there. And, of course, on our streaming channels as well. Have a great evening, everybody, and make sure you rake up those leaves tonight, because it's just going to get worse if you don't. Just saying. Have a great night.